right, today's topic is, all right, now I'm get a letter in the mail, or I get a website to go to about my Medicare, and probably the number one question I get is, how do I apply for Medicare? Well, that question varies based upon what your current status is. As far as you're obviously new to Medicare, and are you on Social Security? Would be my first question. And the reason why I asked that question is because if you're on Social Security, Medicare is going to automatically auto-enroll you into Medicare, and send you a Medicare card, the A and B card. It's a series of letters and numbers, and it has an effective date for your A and effective date for your B. Now, when does it come? It varies. Usually it comes within 2 to 3 months, maybe 4 months out of when your Medicare effective date is going to be. And but then the other type of Medicare beneficiary would be the one that is still working and has group coverage and says, am I obligated to enroll in Medicare? And the answer to that question is no, you're not obligated to enroll in Medicare. If your coverage is at least as credible, at least as good as Medicare, then you can forgo applying for Medicare at this time and just stay on your group plan. What I ask my clients to do is allow myself and my team to do a review of your current plan, and also so we can do a compare and contrast option and see which one's more beneficial for you. Obviously, if you have a large employer and there's no premium involved, it may, depending on the type of plan it is, it may be advantageous just to stay where you're at. However, we want to review that just to make sure and see where you're at on that. So if you fit that category, and let's say you're coming up on 65, then you actually have to apply for Medicare. Well, Dale, how do I do that? Well, it's real simple. You can go to ssa.gov and you can apply right on the website. The first thing the website's going to ask you for after you click on apply Medicare only, it's going to ask you if you set up a mysocialsecurity.gov account. And if you set up a mysocialsecurity.gov account, you're going to use that credentialing or those same login and password to apply for your Medicare. And am I obligated to take Social Security? No, you're not. Medicare, you can apply for Medicare and receive Medicare benefits, and you don't need to take Social Security. And what I'm seeing, most recently is a lot of clients are taking Medicare and waiting on taking Social Security due to they're not at full retirement age yet, and that's a common theme that I'm seeing across the board. So folks right now, they're coming up on full retirement age is about 66 in 2 months or 66 in 4 months. So depending on your date of birth determines when your full retirement age is. What is full retirement age? It's the age that when you reach, you get full retirement benefits for, and it's also the age where you can now continue to work and not have a cap on your income that would take away benefits. As an example, if you were to take Social Security and you were working full time and you made over the 18, I think it's 18.8 threshold, it's somewhere in that range, it does adjust every year, then you would have to pay back the Social Security Administration 50 cents for every dollar earned over and above the 18.8. And it's happened to some of my clients. It can be an uncomfortable conversation to have. Why am I paying back Social Security when they're still taking money out of my paycheck? Things of that nature. Well, it's called not being at full retirement age yet. So those are some additional consultations, part of our free consultations that we have with clients, discuss some of those advanced topics so that they can feel 100% comfortable with making the step of going on Medicare. Because for the most part, it is a permanent step. I mean, there's very few people that obtain their Medicare and then decide, oh, I'm just going to go back to group insurance. I don't want the Medicare anymore. So that very rarely or ever happens. So now another group that sometimes it's worth mentioning at this point is you're a veteran and you receive VA benefits. So do I need to apply for Medicare? The VA administration does encourage you to have Part B of Medicare. One of the other reasons why it might be advantageous for you to get Medicare would be you could still get a Medicare Advantage plan by getting Part B, and this would allow you to see civilian doctors in addition to using your VA benefits. So I could see a reason to get Part B and use both VA and civilian doctors. That would be another aspect of it. What if I'm turning 65 and I have not worked outside the household, but my husband is older and he did? Well, will I receive Medicare benefits? Absolutely, you will. Your benefits would be eligible to you based on your husband's or wife's work history. So if that case does exist, then that's how that would work. And it may not be that you didn't work out of the home. You could have moved to our country in the last 10 years or any time period and just not have put in 10 years of work history in the United States. That would be another reason why or how you could obtain Medicare benefits. And our team will assist in helping you apply for Medicare, because until you have Medicare A and B, we can have conversation, of course, but there really isn't anything you can do as far as applying for additional coverage. You have to have your A and B active in order to have either a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare Supplement plan. You can get a standalone D plan if you just have Part A, but the standalone D plan is just prescriptions, and the Part A is just hospital. So you really need to have Part B to have the full package to get either supplement original Medicare, or to get an Advantage plan that covers A, B, and D. And so that concludes the little video on how do I apply for Medicare, where do I apply for Medicare, and of course, if you have any additional questions, reach out to me on the website.
Thank you for watching this video. There's more to learn from our library of resources on the website MedicarePlansForUs.com. The link is in the description box below. If you would like to learn how you can get your questions answered by our Medicare specialist at no cost to you, click the link in the description box to get started today. Visit the description box for more tips on cutting your out-of-pocket Medicare costs from the Medigap Supplement headquarters.